Hello and welcome to the AB podcast for Sunday, June 30th, 2019. My name is Brandon. I'm here with
Alex.
Penny.
And what are we going to talk about this week, guys? Well, we got some news from Netflix this week, a really cool news out of NASA, and some other cool stuff. Little video trailer, movie trailer reviews, and so a little bit of controversy, I guess maybe you could say, from out of the mouse this week from Disney. So let's start off with this week. We ordered Limited Run Games. Had their first offering of the re-release of Star Wars games this week. So I went ahead and ordered the PS4 version of Bounty Hunter, the classic Jango Fett kind of platformer, free-roaming platformer, and the NES version of Star Wars. Sounds pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's in a blue cart
with a action figure backdrop.
Yeah, it's kind of the
back card.
It's blister packed like the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars figures, which looks pretty cool. That's only limited to 3,000, and we're gonna have to wait until the end of September. But we'll definitely. I don't know if I'm gonna open that one up or not. I might just leave that blister packed. I'm such a geek that way, but.
Yeah.
You know, I really loved Bounty Hunter. Used to play Bounty Hunter on
really?
we have it on the GameCube.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, we have it on the GameCube. So, I used to play it on the GameCube. It was a pretty cool game. I don't think I ever beat it, but it's going to be interesting to see the
now that you have it on the PS4, you might be able to beat it.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see how the graphics look better on the PS4.
Like Spyro. Like how they did the... different Spyro.
The re-release of the three Spyros, yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like? Is that...
Yeah, it's a really good graphic game, and I like it.
Yeah. It's pretty fun, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's...
My favorite one is like the one at the end. I forgot the name of it, but at one part you get to go on a skateboard, and you have to collect lizards. It's so fun!
What do you collect?
Lizards.
So you're on a skateboard and you collect lizards.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Red lizards.
So
that go like up and down like all the time. It's like so cute.
Yeah.
Fun. Like I just go in there just to skate around. If I collect a lizard, I don't care.
See, and that's one of the cool thing about when you get a game like that where you can just go in and you want to play just that certain part of the game just because it's fun.
I know, it's so fun.
So. But,
and all the time I keep accidentally going through that portal.
Yeah, going through the portals, yeah. So
I keep accidentally going through that one portal to get into there.
So that's our big purchase for the week, other than, of course, fireworks, because 4th of July is coming up. And who doesn't like to blow stuff up, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Gotta love the... So, this week... on the YouTubes, we got a trailer, a sizzle reel from the I think it's the producers of the Mouse Guard movie. Now, if you're not familiar with that, Mouse Guard was based on a comic book. It's very, very, very interesting, beautiful sizzle reel. It's about 9 minutes. They do one with music and one with more like sound effects. But so when Disney bought out Fox, it was a Fox property. So when Fox was bought by Disney, it became a Disney property. And Disney decided this week that it's just dead. It's gone. They kicked it out of production. Nothing's going to happen.
Which sucks.
Yeah,
it looks really cool.
Yeah, it was quite a sizzle reel.
Yeah, it would be cool if like somebody else did it and still did the really awesome graphics.
Well,
or put it on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix could definitely pick it up if they wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, and when you look at the sizzle reel, if you go on YouTube and you find the sizzle reel, or they call it a demo reel, you need to realize that that's just what they call proof of concept footage. So that footage was just to show the movie studio the concept brought to life. So the actual graphics would have been 10 times better. And I'm telling you, if you look at this, I mean, they could have put it out the way it was, I think, and people would have been happy. A lot of people are saying this may be the next Deadpool, because that footage that was released of Deadpool was just that. It was concept footage. The leaked, not leaked footage. So what did you think of it, Penny?
I thought it was really cool. The graphics were really nice. It looked clean. It almost looked finished to me. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah, and I don't understand why Disney would jettison something that looks so beautiful, especially since they've been doing, like The Lion King, and they did the Jungle Book with Jon Favreau on both of those, and
it would sound good for Jon Favreau to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it would seem, but he's doing the Mandalorian now for Disney, so he's been working on that project.
So he's gonna do most of the Star Wars stuff.
Well, he's doing that series, which we're all looking forward to in November with the launch of Disney's streaming platform.
Oh yeah,
just one more way for Disney to reach into our wallets and say, "How do you do?" So, but there was part of that. I mean, there's some of the fighting scenes in that.
Yeah. The one I liked, but it was scary at the same time, was when they were fighting on the bird. When the crow just came swooping in on the other bird. I don't know what the other bird was.
Yeah, and then there was the snake part.
Yeah, the snake
but
part.
But when the one mouse gets off the bird and he's got the axe and they start fighting, I mean, that was an excellent.
Yeah, and then he steps back and then he stares at him. I feel like they have a connection.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why would they stare at each other?
So yeah, if you get a chance, go on YouTube, check it out. I really think that there's something there, and it could make what would be a really cool. The proof of concept itself was just absolutely beautiful. Another thing came out. We got a new trailer for a new Roland Emmerich movie. So some people make funny noises when Roland Emmerich. Yeah, he's used to the big blockbusters. He's done Independence Day and he's done Day After Tomorrow, and he's been kind of that bombastic. But he's got a new movie coming out, Midway, which is based on the Battle of Midway. Looked really interesting.
It's sad, true, and
it's
scary at the same time.
Yeah, it's
all
based
three of them clumped together.
And that was a really scary time in American history. Now it has what I call.
I want to say it was the Japanese versus us.
Yeah, it was.
Americans.
It was after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor.
Oh,
but
yeah.
It's got the Roland Emmerich look to it. And when I say that, I say that the computer graphics, they don't look bad. They just don't look
great.
They don't. It's not that they don't look great. He has his own visual style, and they look a little more bombastic. I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than, it's like when you hear the AC/DC, the guitar track. You know what they're doing. It's their music. And when I see a Roland Emmerich trailer or a Roland Emmerich movie, I know it's one of his movies because he's got that style. It's a cool little trailer. I thought it was good. Mm-hmm. It had a little levity to it, Yeah,
the family part.
Yeah, where the lady's going out to her daughter and, Pearl Harbor's getting bombed and...
Yeah, I want to say the girl was just playing outside and then she saw all of this.
Yeah.
Well, her dad works in the army.
He's in the Air Force or the Navy, one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a cool trailer. Really, I enjoyed that. That was one of those movies I think we're gonna get looking forward to. We're gonna be seeing Spider-Man on Tuesday night when it comes out.
Yeah, and I really want to see Yesterday.
Yeah. We want to see Yesterday. We're all big Beatles fans. We love Beatles music. So, Yesterday looked pretty cool. We're going to get out to see that hopefully soon. But we're going to see Spider-Man on Tuesday, so look for our review up on Tuesday for that. Tuesday or Wednesday. We might do a quick reaction video and then do a bigger review later in the week. Spider-Man Far From Home looks really good. The trailers have looked awesome.
There's so many funny parts.
Yeah.
Like, I can't say it. It's just like...
Yeah, the Sam Jackson part about him going to space, you know.
And also where he says...
Yeah. The part at the end with the bad language from his friend from high school. So
it's so funny.
But so what else? Oh, you guys watch Amazing Race every week. So what happened on Amazing Race this week?
Oh God.
Anything?
It was the season finale.
Oh, it was the
I
season.
didn't watch it yet.
Yes,
Someone hasn't watched it, and someone has.
I missed the whole thing. Yes. So, all right. Well, we'll wait until Alex sees the season finale. Then we'll do a recap next week.
It's like 3 hours long.
And
an hour and a half.
And we'll do a little recap of that. And do we know when the next NCIS seasons start yet?
Usually those don't start till about September.
Okay, so we'll probably be doing show reviews on those. We'll do quick reviews week to week or every other week. We're gonna try to put a podcast up every other week at the very least.
Wednesdays when the Amazing Race
normally airs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episodes usually come out. It's in like the late night. What time is it?
We usually watch them afterwards because
like on the weekends.
We have CBS.
Shameless plug. We have the CBS All Access app. Go get it. It's awesome.
Yes.
It's only like $5 a month. You can watch CBS shows anytime you want. Which is nice because nobody wants to watch live TV anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to watch everything on demand.
Yes.
All right, so we did get a really cool
stuff about Titan.
No. That's coming up. Little
Okay.
announcement from NASA. But we got an announcement from Netflix this week.
Oh, fudge, what happened now?
Netflix is partnering with DreamWorks for a new animated Jurassic World cartoon.
That sounds cool.
So it's official. They announced it's going to be called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. It's going to be produced by Colin Trevorrow, Frank Marshall, and Steven Spielberg. Because of course it's DreamWorks. Steven Spielberg has his finger on everything.
Yes, especially in DreamWorks.
So the story's gonna highlight there's center around 6 teenagers at a camp on Isla Nublar.
Nublar?
I think Isla Nublar is the
one they were on?
The first island. That was the first island. That's where Jurassic World was. Isla Sorna was the second island. That's in Jurassic Park 3. Which everybody hates but me. I love Jurassic Park 3 because the Spinosaurus is awesome. But,
yeah, the Spinosaurus and T-Rex is cool.
Yeah, that's...
The thing is the T-Rex larger or the Spinosaurus larger?
Yeah, well...
But they were in 2 different times, so that's
they're still arguing about that. Which
I know.
one was larger?
Yeah, and were they the same time? No, they were in 2 opposite times. What time was the Spinosaurus in? I forgot.
I can't remember which time period it was in, but it says the story will highlight a group of 6 teenagers at camp on Isla Nublar. The 6 young people will have to survive after the dinosaurs have destroyed all means of communication.
Phones.
Yeah, tell me if you haven't heard that one before.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It doesn't really say. It's going to be next year sometime when it comes out. They say it's going to be available in 2020. So that's called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So that looks really cool.
That sounds really cool. Now, Dad, we are going to still keep Netflix.
I don't know. I don't know if we're going to keep Netflix or not. We'll see. I don't know if we're going to have any time. You think we're going to have any time for Netflix once Disney comes out?
Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm probably going to be going back and forth unless Wreck-It Ralph is on Disney.
well, the Wreck-It Ralph will be on. It's a Disney
Okay.
property. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm most likely for like the shows I can't have on there. I'm going to go to Netflix, and the ones I can have on there that are on Netflix, that are on there on the Disney Channel, I'm going to so watch. I'm still stuck on Ralph.
Who says you get to watch TV?
Don't start with that, Mommy.
All right.
Stop it.
So we got a really cool
News.
out of NASA this week. NASA says it's official. They are going to send a mission to Titan, Titan is what?
Titan is the largest moon of Saturn.
Okay, so it's one of the it's the top candidate in our solar system for alien life. You know, they have what's called it's called the Dragonfly. It will be the first endeavor of its kind. It's a car-sized quadricopter.
What the heck is a quadricopter?
I don't exactly know.
It might be like a helicopter with like.
They didn't really show a rendering with it. I was looking for
I know.
for stuff. The post I'm reading is from the story I'm reading is from the Washington Post. They say it's going to be it's a car-sized quadricopter equipped with instruments capable of identifying large organic molecules. Is slated to launch in 2026 and arrive there in 2034. Now that's a little ways away. We're talking 7 to 15 years. But you know, there was a time when we didn't think that we would ever get to Pluto, and we did that. And now we're way beyond Pluto and Ultima Thule and all that.
Where are we at now?
Oh, that
are we in the Milky Way now?
The New Horizons probe is in the Kuiper Belt, which is the outer reaches.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 are both outside of our solar system now. So they're outside of our solar system, and
that means we can discover new solar systems.
Well, we've already discovered new solar systems. What we're really looking for is life.
Yeah.
There's lots of different solar systems.
Yeah, because we want to find life because if we get overpopulated, we can move to a different place that has life.
Yes, because nothing says being human like being a virus and spreading unchecked.
Yes.
So.
Oh, man.
But. So that's really cool. Do you think they're going to find life on Titan? It's a really interesting moon. I think it's something that...
it's the largest moon. I have no clue how many flippin' moons Saturn has. I want to say he has the most. It has the most.
No, I think Jupiter's got more moons.
It might have like 3 or 4.
You know, it's... And they don't... I don't think... You know, Saturn's one of those... It's like Jupiter. It has a lot... It has a lot of satellites, and some of them aren't like incorporated moons.
Yeah.
So.
I'm like, for the car size, like, is it like a normal car? Like, what kind of car are you talking about?
I didn't see any renderings, and that's really funny because usually NASA will give you a
rendering.
Because when
maybe they're saying that, just they haven't gotten like the design done yet.
You would think if they're going to announce it, they would have a design.
Yeah, it might. They might have a design, just they're still teensy bit like adding stuff to it, like small little details to it, and then they'll probably put it up.
So that's pretty exciting going to Titan. So it looks like Saturn has 62 confirmed moons.
Oh my gosh! How many does Pluto have?
Pluto only has, I think, 1 or 2, and there are 62 moons, of which 9 are awaiting to be officially named. So there's 53 that are officially named.
Titan.
And see, Titan is considered, excuse me, the biggest, but I thought Enceladus was considered the better, the better chance for life.
Okay.
I know it's got a lot of like.
Dad, tell me what the names of all of the moons that are confirmed.
No,
or at least
that's 53 moons. I'm not going to do that.
Majority of them.
So.
Majority. later.
Anywho, so that's really cool in science news this week. Also, we had Fighter Fest from AEW was last night. I didn't get to see the actual. I read the reviews of what happened. It sounds like the John Moxley Joey Janela battle was something else. Cody Rhodes got opened up by Shawn Spears.
Where?
He got hit with a chair by Shawn Spears, who is
a very hard hitter.
Yeah, well, when you get hit with a chair, apparently he got 12 staples. So,
man, where
on his back, on his back of his head, back of his head, busted him open.
My
so
God.
that's 2 in a row. Cody has gotten bloodied on. So, but we watched the pre-show. Pretty good matches. The 3-team tag team match was pretty amazing. I really think that AEW's got something. They got a lot of young talent. They're really working hard to put on a good show. Yeah. I don't know about some of the stuff was a little goofy. It was a little campy, but a lot of people in the 80s and the 90s loved that from WWE, and it seems like they're giving their talent a little more leeway, which is something WWE is not doing. But we'll see with the whole. What did you guys think of Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff getting named the heads of Raw and SmackDown, respectively?
Oh God!
They actually are allowed to have some control. Then that'll be good. Maybe they can make some changes that make WWE go back to being good and watchable instead of the way it's been recently.
You mean we're not going to have Baron Corbin in every main event?
Please, please, and please just kick out Brock Lesnar. Click him.
Brock's now apparently it's been reported that Brock only signed a 1-year contract. Now that doesn't mean anything. I know WWE's signing everybody to 5-year contracts like it's nothing. Apparently they just re-signed Mike Kanellis to a 5-year contract.
Who's Mike Kanellis?
Him and his wife. He's on 205 Live. Maria, Mike and Maria.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see. It's going to be one of those things where it's like either they're gonna fall flat on their face or they're gonna bump back. I don't know how Fox is gonna like working with Eric Bischoff. I know there's some heat there between those two parties, and everybody's still reporting to Vince. I still don't understand how Vince is going to run the XFL and the WWE at the same time. Of course.
And when he starts with stopping the match at a flippin' ad, if you're going to stop a flippin' match at an ad, then don't have ads, okay?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's I don't understand the whole now we're not going to go to any wrestling during the ad breaks. I mean, since I was a kid watching Portland wrestling on Channel 12, you go to ad breaks. You just have to work the match around it. And, it's just WWE is less wrestling and more entertainment now, and I understand it. I get it. They're an entertainment company, but you also have to be true to what you came from. I mean, I still liked, when I was a kid, the best part was watching Macho Man drop the elbow from the top rope. And, some of the unscripted promos. I mean, when Vince in the 2000s let people like The Rock and Triple H and Stone Cold take the mic and do what they did best, and you got some of the most iconic stuff ever. I mean, the first night Jericho was on Raw, and with The Rock, running him down and going back and forth. You've got to trust your talent at some point, and the talent pool at WWE is so deep, but it's like they've got 10,000 yards of talent and 2 inches of ability to let their people go. They're like, it's like the diva wide receiver. You can have all the talent you want, but if you can't apply it and scripting promos and not letting people be the characters that they are is going to be a real issue. And it has been in WWE for a while. I mean, they've put on some horrible, absolutely horrible pay-per-views. Yeah, WrestleMania this year was awesome, but it was also 5.5 hours, 6 hours long. And I remember when we sat down and watched it, it was like a grind.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
I
terrible.
only got to watch half of it.
Yeah, well, you're lucky because, you know, we had 3 more hours after you were done. So, of course, we got the best 2 matches, which were, you know, Seth Rollins. Well, I know you like Finn, but the Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania with Kofi Kingston was amazing.
True.
And then Becky Lynch winning the title from Ronda Rousey was,
Oh my God.
while the finish was butchered, you know,
What is
and
it
it proves that WWE, despite themselves, have the talent pool there that can get over without even as bad as it is. I mean, even as bad as the scripting is, and where they just drop storylines out of nothing. You know, you'll see a storyline for 2 weeks, like Mojo Rawley, which I don't really care for Mojo Rawley and his blue painted face talking into the mirror, but he's there for 2 weeks and then he just disappears.
Right.
You know?
Out of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and it's just, you know, there doesn't seem like any cohesiveness with WWE, which is sad because there's a lot of wrestlers on WWE I really like. You know, I am a big bona fide fan of Finn Balor. I'm a fan
Me too.
of
I have a lot of Finn Balor stuff.
yeah. You got a signed photo from Finn Balor,
And it's framed. I also have a pop, a necklace, a shirt,
and a
and a
hat,
mini.
and you have a hat.
And a mini metal thingy in a hat.
Yeah.
I have a lot of Finn
And
Balor
I'm a
shirts.
Seth Rollins fan, even
Oh,
after his
yeah.
little blow up this last week.
What happened?
Well, he started tweeting out. He was kind of being
Oh, is it this?
the Will
tweeting out-
Ospreay thing.
Oh.
So he's tweeting out saying that he's the best in the world and
And then-
WWE's the best in the world and nobody does it better. Name me anybody that does it better. And Will Ospreay said, "I'm here." And if you've seen Will Ospreay, if you haven't seen Will Ospreay, go on and YouTube it right now. Will Ospreay matches. The kid is amazing. You know, and Seth just, I don't know, it turned into this really petty. It was just really petty.
And I remember the one time when, I know it's not on what we're talking about, just they came up with, I just remembered.
And there's some fireworks.
And I just remembered this, that, it was funny when John Cena turned heel, and it was on, what's his name? The guy who does the guitar all the time.
Oh, Elias, when he did the rap. on
Yeah, that
Elias.
was so funny!
And it was funny, but that's really not, to me, that's not John Cena turning heel. That was John Cena's persona when he broke in. He was thugonomics and all that. It was more kind of like a
I wonder
Throwback.
it was a throwback, but that character was really not a heel. He was more like a
funny.
yeah, and it is kind of goofy.
Oh my God,
You see
it
that
is.
white guy out there rapping like that, but especially John Cena, because we all know the wholesome John Cena that does 47,000, Make-A-Wishes per minute, and
Oh my god.
a
Minute?
it's a joke.
Okay.
It's a joke, but he's done more Make-A-Wish than anybody, which is awesome. I'm not gonna bust his chops
It
on
sucks
that.
that flippin' Dean left.
Well, he's in AEW now. He seems to be a lot happier.
It was funny when we saw that video where he just beated up that guy, and he was just it was in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was funny when he just beat
Well,
him
and
up.
he's working for New Japan now with AEW. AEW's from the way it sounds, AEW is not going to let him wrestle on American soil for New Japan. So, but the rumor is he's gonna be wrestling in the G1, which is one of New Japan's big tournaments that they run every year. So we'll see where that goes.
It was funny because when he did that, after he did that, he was just dragging the dude.
Yeah.
The kid.
Oh, the kid. Yeah, the young boy. I remember. And he beat. Yeah, okay. I know which one you're talking about now. He was beating the guy and he was dragging him to the gorilla, or not the gorilla position, but to the interview position, and the guy fell down on the ground. He got him up. And, yeah, it was.
And then he dragged him off to the locker room. I think he was dragging him off to the locker room.
Yeah.
So funny.
But so, I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week. We thank you for joining us. We should be trying, like I said earlier, we're going to be trying to put up a podcast every couple of weeks. We've got a lot of interviews we're going to be doing. Some stuff. We'll let you know when that comes around. What we're gonna do. We're gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. We've got some interviews we're gonna do. Also look to our Facebook pages, the AB page, and our YouTube pages, the AB page, for our podcasts. And we've got a lot of ideas we're working with for stuff right now. We're going to be shooting some videos this week, like we said earlier, Spider-Man. And then we've got a trip we're taking this week where we're going to shoot some video, I think.
Yeah, we're going to go tide pooling.
Yeah, we're going to go tide pooling. It is the
lowest tide of the year on 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July. Yeah.
Well, actually, that doesn't suck because we're going to be away from here. That's when everybody's going to be doing the fireworks.
Well, we're going to be coming back 4th of July evening, so we're going to see. Yeah. Yeah, so. All right. So for the AB page, I'm Brandon.
I'm Alex.
We'll see you next time. Bye.